Hey, how's it going everybody? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Sovel. Now, I was addicted to this game a couple months ago. I managed to beat my addiction and haven't uploaded it since. However, it has received some pretty decent updates and I wanted to dive back in and check everything out. One of the major things is a big cosmetic update to the actual visuals of your units. They now all look much more like miniatures. Again, if you guys haven't actually heard of this game before, definitely recommend you go back and check out some of my other content on it. Basically, it's kind of like a tabletop Warhammer inspired Slay the Spire. It's very addicting. Again, I highly recommend anyone else who's kind of into these type of games, you'll love it immediately, so definitely check it out. But yeah, I wanted to check it out and just go back in and look at all the new updates and stuff. Now, there are a new unit, a new faction in the game, the Dark Elves. However, I haven't played too much recently, so I don't think we're going to take a look at them quite yet. But if you guys want to see these dudes in another video, or dudettes in another video, do let me know and I'll be more than happy to do it. But yeah, I haven't really done much with the humans and they have a pretty fun roster, so I thought it'd be cool just to go in and check them out. So we're gonna be on obviously the challenge mode level 2. I think the only faction that we've completed all the way were the Abyssal Legion, which is basically like Chaos. Again, every faction is basically a Warhammer Fantasy faction, but yeah, Chaos, we went all the way, completed everything, got the reward. It was actually not as difficult as you may think, and we were able to do quite a decent job. But yeah, let's just jump in. The Imperial Wizard is probably the strongest out of everyone, so I think we'll go with the Captain, as I think the Captain's probably a little bit weaker because he starts with less units. So this is our first choice right here, and this is to pick our starting units. So we get a choice between the Imperial Spears, Imperial Archers, and Halberds. Spears are great because you can basically make really dense blocks of infantry and have every single rank attack. Normally it's only the front two that attack. The first one attacks with all their attacks, and the second rank attacks with only one. But Imperial Spears just go for rank upon rank upon rank. Archers are obviously great, killing the enemy before they can do damage back to you is amazing, and halberds are great because they always wound on 4s when you're rolling to wound. As I said, it's very much like tabletop fantasy. So let's maybe take a unit of spears. Spears are great, and oh, here we go. So we could take the foot knights. Foot knights are very good. Handgunners are also really good as well, but the mortar man, the Imperial mortar is where it's at. So you may be thinking we have maybe a lack of infantry to begin with, but we should be fine. The captain will start with his own infantry unit, and we'll be able to go from there. So take a look at the paths. let's probably take this bottom path. We have an elite here. Then we have, well, there's 2 elites this side though, and then a camp would be nice. Yeah, let's go here. Again, these battles shouldn't be too crazy difficult because they are pretty low tier. And again, we're already challenge rank 2, which is harder battles, yes, but everything else is absolutely fine. See, as you can see, as you zoom in, you can actually see the units, which I think is really cool. Again, it adds a nice little bit of flavor to the battles themselves. Okay, let's set ourselves up here. So yeah, as we expected, the Goblin Wolf Riders are going to be a little bit of a problem. They're actually going to come flying into our archers if we're not careful. So killing them soon will be very, very nice. You can also as well see the ranges of your units as well by pressing C shows the enemy, X shows yours. That's charge range right there, and then obviously also the range as well. We are going to just bring our footmen up, I think, into the forest. They'll get a nice little bonus against the short bows. Any missiles coming in will do great. And yeah, so it's an I go, you go type of thing. So as you can see, they decided to go with this unit right there to fire in. They managed to get 2 hits, so they're hitting me on 6s, and they managed to get 2. And then I had to roll a 3 up to save. I unfortunately failed 1. So as you guys can see, 1 soldier is now dead. Archer-wise, I'm going to take my shots off from these wolves because these are super scary, and every one of these wolves we kill is going to be huge. So these archers are going to take their fire off onto the enemy. Unfortunately, they failed 2, and these wolves have 2 wounds, so they do actually lose 1, which is great. And now, can I run? I'm pretty scared that these wolves can get like here and then rear charge my archers, which wouldn't be great. So maybe we do just kind of stick here and wait. I don't think we'll be able to get out of the range because we're in the forest, so we might just stay here. Let these wolves, yeah, wolves are going to be able to charge me, but they would have been able to charge me anyway. If I rotate, yeah, I can then get a mortar shot off from them, so we'll do that. We managed to get some decent hits. Yeah, 3. Can we kill another one? That's big. The archers probably kill the Goblin Wolf Riders now, which is good. So they're only going to be able to charge me, unfortunately. Sucks, but it is what it is. There's no charges that I can do, so it's fine. They're going to be able to get stuck in. But yeah, as I said, it's not really that big of a deal. So now it's probably a good idea to take our mortar shot here off on the Goblin Mob. Oh, they made so many saves though. Yeah, I mean, that's one thing that this game does do, is it does get kind of crazy when it comes to stuff like that. So yeah, here, for example, I'm actually just going to put out of charge range. I don't want to fight these goblins yet. I want to use obviously the mortar as much as I can. These arrows If they wanted to shoot me, we'd try, but failed pretty badly. And yeah, that's not bad, right? Like 3 saves on a 5-up. We actually saved 2 of them, which is great. And if we get more than 1 wound on them, we win the combat and they have to take a morale test. Goblin morale is awful. We kill 2 of them and then we run. So yeah, even though they're cavalry and they were pretty scary, we were able to send them packing, which is good. So that now frees up our archers to come over here. Again, we still need to be careful because these wolves could come back from running, but we can now set up. I want to probably get in close range here because now we'll hit on, I think it's going to be a lot better. Yeah, we're hitting on 4s now to kill these guys. Only 3 hits, but yeah, that's going to be 2 dead goblins. Our mortar's going to take another shot now as well. Unfortunately, only a handful of extra stuff, but we still get the kills, which is fine. The archers are going to fire in, but yeah, barely any damage, and we save both of them, which is nice. And now the captain's unit can just simply turn around and get ready to charge. I doubt I'll be able to get in the flank, but we'll try regardless. And yeah, there we go. So then this infantry can charge the goblin mob. The missiles can then start picking off the goblin short bows, and that will basically win us the victory. So yeah, let's make the charge. Can they charge me? Yeah, they're counter-charging me, so neither side really gets the big bonus. And then from then on, we can basically just move up, get our arrows in, and we can't even see these guys. Oh, that's really bad by me. I was not paying attention. That kind of sucks. And then the mortar probably can't see either, I would imagine, because yeah, they're in the way, which is fine. We'll just go down into the melee. I'm not going to use the captain's ability, even though I probably should have. But yeah, here you go. The captain gets to attack first. Their dude gets to fight me back. And then we get the rest of the squad coming in as well. Unfortunately, we managed to kill a bunch more. They actually get quite a nice amount of kills. They actually almost draw me in that combat, which is really scary in a battle like this. Luckily, the morale is so bad. If you lose the melee, you basically have to do the entire combat. And then the rest of the combat was all pretty easy, just to clear out the last of the goblins. So now you guys obviously have an idea of how the game works, and you'll see that here, after the battle, we get a choice between taking money, which we can use to buy items, upgrades for our units, or we can replenish them. In the early game, it's really important just to save the money so you can keep up with the state of the level. We also now have a random encounter, and this one is amazing. So we basically get to pick up an extra unit, which is always pretty expensive. They normally run about 200, so we get to pick up one for cheap, and it's an artillery piece as well. And if I wasn't playing the humans, for example, these would give me options for their stuff, or the dwarfs, for example. I'm just going to take another Imperial Mortar, I think. They're great for clearing out mobs, and again, we kind of struggle with being overwhelmed. So yeah, we're going to take that. Again, a nice little shambling host, so this can be a lot of fast moving units, but I think we'll be absolutely fine. We're just going to set up our 2 mortars here, and this is an open field as well, so we should just have an absolute field day here. Yeah, it's zombies and direwolves, so we just use the mortars, which are obviously really good at taking care of units at long range, so we'll fire off there. Again, they're saving on, oh my god, they're saving on 5s as well. Insane. Yeah, you can see, like, these mortars are going to get out of control very quickly. So all of a sudden, there you go. The wolves are now dead, so they're going to be marching these very slow zombies towards me, and we're going to take pure advantage of that. Okay, another round of mortar fire. Let's see what it's made of here. So only, 4 shots there, which is what it is. But yeah, as you upgrade these guys and as they level up, they start getting some really crazy abilities as well. So you can start making them reroll 1s and get +1 to hit, and so basically all that crazy stuff. So again, we'll fire off the archers. They're hitting on 4s now because they're close, and I think we'll basically get 1 more. Yeah, we'll get basically 1 more round of shooting, so we'll just skip off our infantry again. So ideally, we kill this unit of zombies, and then these swords go in. I actually don't know if they're gonna hit me either as well. I'm not sure if this like indicates that they will, but they're not touching my lines. We could maybe even get away with another round of just shooting and not having them charge me, which would be nice. But let's just take care of these guys. I guess we'll just come in regardless, just to make sure if they do. And one of the interesting things actually about zombies in this in the game is that they don't run like other factions. Normally the best way to beat an enemy line is by making it rout, and then just chasing it down or killing them that way. But when it comes to zombies, they actually don't rout. They decay at the end of every battle, so they'll lose like 1 to 3 D3 units, which is yeah, an interesting kind of way, and kind of adds a different bit of gameplay to them. So we'll set up our charge here with the captain. He'll get stuck in there, and then the rest of it, there's obviously this zombie will charge me, so we'll charge it back, and we'll do the same over here as well. So we'll charge these guys in. It basically means there'll no longer be any combat. These zombies shouldn't really hit me too well, and we're going to use our captain's special ability, Inspire Valor. So activate once per battle, give all your units +1 to combat score. So that should basically take us from hitting, no, but basically it's going to give us a +1 in all combats to regards to this final thing. So you guys can see, we're going to be way more likely to win every single combat, which is nice. Luckily as well, we're saving on freeze against these zombies. They're not hard-hitting units whatsoever. You also see as well that a lot of the units as well have different stats as well, which kind of dictate how easily you hit them. There you can see right there, there's also an additional 2 models there, even though the combat ran on. So they're very much more a faction that sticks around, and you can like buff them with a whole wealth of different stuff, which is very cool. With regards to basically like any other faction, it's all about just routing them, getting flanks on them, but obviously the undead stick around quite nicely, and we were able to win that off. Also as well, something that's quite important that is that every time either side gets to hit back regardless of how many models they lose as well, which is important. Speaking of something that's important, we're going to take the money here once again, but our mortars have now leveled up, so we can give them a +5. So units, so there's new things here as well, which we didn't really previously have. So units have a +5 range for range attacks. That could be really good, really good. I also love the looter as well, just more money. But yeah, let's take Imperial Veterans, why not? We'll take that, that's new, and that'll basically allow us to get hit on 5s a little bit easier, and hit on 4s a little bit easier, and go from there. This mortar also leveled up, so +1 to wound, or +1 bonus to hit, so that's basically 1 additional hit mark. I feel like our mortars, I mean, we're only power 3 actually. Yeah, let's take the extra wound, because if we come across any monsters or heavy cavalry, that could be a real problem early on. So now we're going to the shop. We should be able to afford another unit, and we can. Oh my god, oh, we're just short of the Imperial Mortar. That really does suck. Is there any items? So these items will give you certain bonuses to your captain or your other units. For example, I could make it so my Imperial Swords are -1 to hit by range units, which is pretty good actually. Or I could pick up the Griffin that's cheaper for my captain, and that gives us an extra unit. And I'm actually gonna do that. Normally getting him a dragon would be pretty good, but I think that's also not too bad. Do we have anything else? And we could also then get him the breastplate as well, so he's just tankier on that Griffin. The Griffin also gets to attack and also levels up separately as well, which is nice. So we have a mining group. This is going to be dwarves and some archers. I think it's 2 units of dwarven miners and some archers. So as you guys can see, we have a captain now, which is good. We have our own Imperial archers and our mortars. I'm going to set myself up probably just like here. Yeah, I'm going to hide the swords because I want to kind of range off with the enemy, use the captain this way. Okay, so the Imperial Archers are there, which is fine. The captain should be able to deal with him. Again, it's always kind of hard to tell, really. I guess we'll see how many arrows he takes from them. Okay, cool. So let's open up our mortar now. These are... So only one of them leveled up. I'm not sure which one did, but... I think it's this one is +1 to wound. So even on big blocks of infantry, it's still really good because it makes them save on like 3s instead of 4s, you know? So that's fine. So we managed to make that. We're saving on 2-ups. Okay, yeah, if we're saving on 2-ups, I think we can win that combat against them, even with all their attacks, which is fine. The miners, we want to be a little bit careful with. We'll get into ranges of 4s because the miners can throw satchel charges, and the satchel charges do some serious damage. Can we just turn around and run now? You want to be careful never to show your back to the enemy either, because they can also do some really big damage. And I might... Yeah, I probably positioned him poorly, but let's start getting him ready so he can make his way in if he needs to. And then the Griffin, I think we just charge up and we just lob into the archers and just try and take them out before they get to fire anymore. Again, defense 6 is pretty good with the heavy armor we picked up. Yeah, that's actually made all the difference, right? Because their power frame, that power is their chance to hit. And we're now defense 6 with the armor. If we didn't get the armor, they would have been wounding us on 3s. Again, if you've played tabletop, you know everything about, if you're more to hit, it's on 3s. If you're equal, it's 4s. If you're less power to their defense, it's 5s. You guys all know that. I'm also going to pop this banner because they're going to get a lot of attacks, and chances are they will probably take me down. We're also going to turn around here. I'm pretty scared these guys are going to get stuck in, but we got 4 attacks in. Yeah, only 1 down. So yeah, these miners I think are going to really hurt. Oh, we get another go? Why do we get another go? Did we use something here? Either way, I'm hoping that's going to kill them. Yeah, it's going to make their satchel charges way less effective. I think we just also finish them off now as well. Why not? Stops them from being able to activate that. Even if it's only 1 satchel, it's still good enough for me. And I think this infantry unit is completely stuck, so we have to go around the long way. All right, let's move on to combat now. Only 1 is bad, but they failed the save. Our Griffin then also made 3 attacks as well, so I've got 5 wounds. As you can see, there's a lot of them, a lot of attacks. We're saving on 2s. We failed 2. We have 5 wounds in total on the Griffin, so that's fine. We win the combat and made rout. That's exactly what we wanted to have happen, and that's why instead picking up the Griffin that early is as valuable as it is. So no charges left to right. Yeah, no charges, which is fine. They're going to come towards me, which is great, actually. Yeah, cool. So we can now just unload our fire now. Yeah, we can unload. And it doesn't matter if we kill all of them, because you guys will see in a second what we're going to be doing. So yeah, again, we're going to fire in there. Again, only 2 casualties. They're saving well. They're saving above average, but that just kind of be how it be. A really nice roll there for the amount of shots. Again, only 2 going down. But what we can do now is we can bring our Griffin, because it has such good movement, we can bring it around here and rear charge this unit of infantry, and that'll basically rout them. You get a big minus to being rear charged. You don't get to attack back, so you don't get as many wounds as you would like. And you basically don't want to be rear charged ever. So if we go to combat right now, you can see again, I'm not really hitting amazingly, and they obviously had okay saves. But yeah, you can see we won the combat before they didn't get to attack back, and they just rout and win us the battle, which is beautiful. And with that, lots of level up. So we're going to want to probably try and continue to make this guy an absolute monster. Coin counter is great early on, 5% extra coins. It doesn't sound like a lot, but it does add up. However, I think with him, because he's only a captain, he's not like a crazy character. Like a lot of the Chaos factions have insane characters. I think we're going to need to start making him a little bit better, because as the challenges get harder, so will the game. Again, we'll level up our infantry now. Unit gets +1 combat score. It's really nice, actually. Yeah, again, this isn't going to be a hard-hitting unit, but having them draw or not lose combat is actually going to be big. We'll then take... Oh, no. I feel like maybe I should have healed these guys a little bit, actually, instead of taking the money, because we've got an elite coming up as well, which is going to be crazy. Again, we'll take a +1 to wound there as well. Oh, no, it's +1 wounds. What am I doing? Oh, no. Oh, no. Can I cancel? I just realized that was +1 wound. These guys don't need wounds? Oh, that was so silly of me. And I did the same on the other Imperial Mortar as well. And again, I guess that's what it gets when you only skim read instead of actually doing it. This is a hard fight as well for us as well against the Dwarfs. The Dwarfs are tanky. This is an elite, so these guys are pretty strong. And we don't really have a lot when it comes to... Yeah, we don't really have a lot when it comes to defenses. Like, if they get on us, we're in a pretty tricky spot, I think. So the archers will go up a little bit more, and the swords, I think, will sit back a little bit more. They might have crossbows as well, which won't be great. We get these guys in the forest as well, yeah. So they have a cannon. But the cannon, I think, is blocked. Yeah, I think that cannon is blocked, you know, from a lot of the stuff. It's kind of good for us, right? Yeah, I don't think that cannon can see us. Again, you get to look at some of the Dwarven units up close and personal as well. They're great as well. I'm just going to check the menu to see if you guys can, if we can turn these on right away. So that would be kind of cool. So annoyingly, I think we have to go, right? Yeah, I think we have to go first. So I think we're just going to set our Griffin up here. That cannon is really good at killing like monster units. So we're going to obviously just make sure that that cannon can't see us. And I want to bring these guys in a little bit more as well, so the mortars can have a bit of a more favorable time. Can't see that, but we can see this unit of Depth Guard. The Depth Guard are so scary. As you guys can see, they're +2 to save. They have just the craziest armor, and it's going to take a while to kill them. Ideally, we just want to kind of pin them down and try and take them out. They're basically Iron Breakers. They are, yeah, very, very scary. Good thing is here, though, we can kill these Dwarven veterans, which are, again, basically Longbeards. Again, insane saves, but we just need to kind of kite the enemy, keep them busy, keep out of range of that cannon, and we should be okay. Hey, they're in range of my archers now, being on 4-ups, which was nice, but we kind of screwed the pooch right there. So yeah, these guys can come in, so we'll see where their charge radius is, and we'll basically just, because we have the mobility, come around like this and avoid that. We're still out of range of that cannon. Can't see me anymore. It's facing this way. Yeah, it is facing this way. But yeah, we'll come over here, and now we're not going to be able to charge me, and we're pretty safe there. We just have our infantry now, which I might bring out just so I can start like moving it and we don't get the debuff. Yeah, they're still not going to be in range. Next turn, they're going to come closer, and then we just run away, I think. And hopefully, we can just continue to work away on these other bulk bits of infantry. Personally, I could also charge these guys in the side. So when you attack someone from the side, they only get, like, the side attack. So they'd only get, what, 2 attacks on me? But they have good morale, and I feel like it's just needless. Yeah, our Griffin only can take 5 hits as well, and then we'll be locked in combat as well. So we're actually going to skip that charge and not do it. Let's just let the mortars unload again. Again, always doing good jobs. Unfortunately, only taking out 1 of them that time. But with these guys, I can probably, for the most part, avoid a lot of the fire. Again, we'll pin these dudes down. Hopefully taking out a couple more. I mean, 2 more is 2 more. And I can actually probably outflank them with the unit of Imperial Swords, which honestly is not a bad plan of action. We then would get flanked by the Depth Guard, though, which we do not want to happen. I think we have to try and wipe out the leader, because the leader also will hit hard. We took him down to that. I'm so tempted to kill these guys now, to like charge, set up just to charge them, but it's just pointless, right? There's just no need to do it. and we are just trying to save. So we'll come like out here, I think, and we'll set them up. And then this griffin, again, is tempting, right? It is really tempting. I'm also just very scared of this unit as well being able to shoot me. I'm trying to remember what key it is to see their vision. It's like Shift X? Yeah, Shift X and Shift Z, yeah. So if I go there, they would be able to see me. Okay, good. Let's maybe not do that. So we basically need to get out of range of that, but not in range of that. Okay, so maybe instead of that, we go like this. And then just set up so we can turn around next combat. Yeah, something like that I think would be a good little plan. All right, so no charges once again as we progress to the next turn. Will be interesting to see what the enemy do. Again, we're going to try and just, if we get 4 kills? No, we're going to have to waste a mortar here, but that's fine. Again, we're going to come in there. We will waste a mortar. 4 hits is good. Oh my God, we made all the saves. Okay, so I think it's important that these guys do die because they basically block my retreat here. So let's go in. That's a good roll. And they made all the 3-up saves. Madness. I don't think we can escape here now. So, yeah, we can escape that. Can we do something like this? I just don't want to get charged by the Lord now. But at least we're not in range of a depth guard. I guess, yeah. At least we're not in range of a depth guard. That's all we can hope for, I think. And I think I bring the griffin around. Yeah, I think we do this. We try and intercept. Again, it's going to lock us down. We haven't really done any damage to the depth guard. But we are going to have to do what we have to do. So as you guys can see, they've actually charged my archers. However, what we can do is we can intercept them, and that's going to prevent them from charging. When you charge enemy lines, you also get a plus to your attack and your power. So if you can stop the enemy from doing that, it means they're not going to be getting as much damage in on you, which is really big. All right, mortars are going to have to do work here. We're going to have to try and really whittle these. That's big. That's huge. It means only 2 of these guys left now. I wonder if it's worth. So this is only power 3, and the archers are also power 3 as well. So it makes no difference what we shoot at the depth guard because we'll be wounding on 5s anyway. So we might as well just try and finish these guys off. We're down to 1. I think it is probably worth it to just... I mean, they're charging my captain, right? Yeah. Okay, I think we turn and we shoot here. Yeah, it's on 4-ups and we're wounding on like 5s, or they're saving on 2 still. Killed 2 more though. That's something. Okay. So, we have a couple decisions to make now. We either turn and face these guys and get slaughtered, or they charge into my captain. They charge like that. Okay. I think we do. And we just maybe almost sacrifice the captain so that these swords don't get eaten up. Because these swords will take a lot longer to replenish. Yeah. Yeah, we'll do something like that. So they'll get their leader attacks as well, which is annoying. So yeah, he'll get to attack me, which is going to hurt. Oh yeah, he's also re-rolling all of his saves as well, which is really going to hurt. But we are winning the combat, which is nice. And then, yeah. So we win the combat by 2, only because we're flanking. Oh no, we did kill 1, but mainly because we're flanking. So as you guys can see, they're going to charge me. Oh, we can also flee. Interesting. That would just probably rout me, right? Do I want to do that? I kind of almost feel like I do, because then we can just continue to kite. And that's good. They have no other charge. Does this guy have a charge on me? He does. Okay, so he's going to charge in there. I'm tempted to flee. That's a new option right there. Yeah, I'm going to flee and just try and bring him back, because I feel like fighting the depth guard's just going to get me killed. Yeah, we're going to flee on him. Let's do it. Everything else can stay. I think we win back combat against them anyway. Yeah, I think that's... He did rout. That's fine, though. That's fine. Okay, cool. So now the mortar can open up on these guys. Try and kill them. It's a really interesting... I think, oh my God, that's so brutal. We might actually lose now, to be honest. Okay, cool. So we can do this, and we can at least flank the depth guard and try and break them. Yeah. And then the archers also get to shoot as well. Is that a flank on me? That is crazy. They do fail 1, though. That's huge. Okay, cool. Yeah, I think we just have to flank them. Yeah, he routs as well, which is good. We would love to win this combat. And we do. Oh, amazing. Not that it really matters too much because of the mortars. But yeah, so what's going to happen is he's going to initiate a charge here. And we can intercept him here. We could then throw the archers in, but there's just no point. They'll get slaughtered. I think we're much better off trying to win this combat. You know, we get like 10 attacks. They get 6. They get like 2, I think. Yeah, they get like 2 attacks. No one else can shoot still, right? No one else can see anything, so there's no point. Yeah, I think it was worth throwing away the general. See, you can see we get 2 from attacking, and I think +1 from our ranks, having 2 ranks. so bad. And they might actually beat me here. We lose 1. So we do win, but they're not going to run, and then they get to turn on me. Yeah, this is kind of bad. Yeah, I think maybe we do just charge to get as many attacks as possible. Because then that also gives us a bonus to attacking as well. I think it's worth it. Like, they get more attacks, so this is going to hurt hard. But there is also a camp afterwards as well. I'd love to see on my general here, but I think he would have just died anyway. It would have taken him forever to heal. Again, it's going to hurt. Yep. Yep, we got 1. Yeah, so we actually draw the combat, which is fine, because now it just continues. And they rout. Perfect, yeah. I think it was worth it anyway, because if we just got 1 more attack in, we'd then win the combat. And as you start to pick them down, they start losing a lot more men. You also see we got a lot of money from that as well, which is big. The Griffin leveled up. We're going to definitely give the Griffin +1 attack as well, so you can start cutting them to pieces. He also healed automatically as well after the battle, which is good. No, we have a camp coming up. I'm pretty sure there's a camp next, and these camps heal you. So we're going to take that, and that's going to allow us to it'll replenish models regardless, and then we can also give everybody an extra experience as well, which is big. The more levels you get, the better you are. Should we give him another wound? Can't believe I did that. So stupid. So we'll give him +1 to hit, which is big, really big. It's basically an extra attack. And then our archers now get an extra, they get to reroll 1s when we're attacking. Unit size is also nice on archers. Not important, but still nice regardless. We'll then go to the random encounter. The question is, do we want this priest? He has divine favor. We have a shop coming up, so I'm going to take my bet of a shop and see if I can get a unit of knights or something. So there's another mortar here. There's halberds, and then there's a bunch of other upgrades as well. The halberds are cheaper. We can't afford the mortar or actually the infantry, so we're going to take these guys. Yeah, let's take the infantry. And then, do I want to stick anything else on anyone else? The swiftness, +1 attacks when activated. I'm not sure if that includes our arrows, but either way, that's good. The war banner is also really nice as well. Yeah, let's take the war banner, I think. That's just going to give our infantry, again, that little bit extra chance. Let's go into the combat. Again, I much prefer the combat. Elf patrol. Now, this is a hard one. The elves are a pretty tricky faction to pin down just because of how much missile fire they have and stuff. So we're going to set ourselves up in the hopes that we can just take them out. Yeah, so as you can see, they have these chariots, which do a lot of damage. There's just like 8 of these lancers, and these lancers all have 2 wounds as well, so they take a lot of damage. The arrow fire from the reavers. To be fair, though, we're going to cut the reavers apart right now. So let's fire in. We're rerolling 1s, of course, that generated 2 extra hits, which is big. And the elves aren't the like tankiest either, which is nice. So the chariot's going to come down, and you can see the chariot's going to be attacking me. So ideally, what I want to have happen is I want to be able to wipe these reavers away. They are 2 wounds, but it's another reaver down. And then if we can, I mean, there's no way we kill these reavers. Because ideally, what I would love to have done, and we rolled really badly there, we almost did it. If we didn't roll double 1s on our attacks, it actually would have been fine. But what I want to do is I want to set up so I can charge. I want to set up so I can charge chariot, but I don't think that's going to be possible. No, it might be, yeah. So I want to set up so the chariot can't, yeah, so this cavalry can charge me. It's only 1 of them. They're not good in melee combat. I'm actually not too worried. But I can then charge the chariot to stop that from coming in, because that's going to do a lot of damage. Over on this side, we're not worried. I'm going to ideally want to get these halberds set up. Yeah, I basically want to set up like this, because these guys are going to have to charge in, and then we can counter-flank them and stuff, so that's all fine. They can't charge me this turn either, so maybe we can get the archers to turn on them. So you can already start to see the tactics are coming in. And again, a lot of it is all about just like reducing the damage that they can do to you, you know? So that you're okay for the next battle. Because again, the AI can throw everything they have at you to kill you, and that's fine. But you obviously have to be a little bit more cautious. So let's bring these archers around. I mean, really as well. So we can see them as well. Nice, okay, cool. Reroll some 1s. Unfortunately, no extra hits. That was a really good roll. Same by them, though. We could just back up a little bit, you know? And then these guys back up a little bit. And then start turning. You can't officially turn around. That's fine. Oh, no, they're going to be able to charge me regardless. Okay. Okay, that's fine. The next turn, then the halberds come in the side anyway. That's fine. Mortar can move, so it gives up its shooting to be able to move. 6. So it can't shoot this turn, unfortunately, but it's fine. And then the Griffin gets to fight. So the chariot, I believe, will be able to fight me regardless. It does. I get a flanking bonus, but they don't miss out on any attacks. The draw here, yeah, so we get a +1, but I think they still get to hit me as much as they normally would. The Griffin comes in as well with its good strength. Win the combat by 5. Then they actually route. Perfect. That's amazing. Now the Griffin can come back and help out. So yeah, the cavalry's going to come in and this is going to hurt. They're going to go up to like power 5, I think, on the charge. Because they got lances. Oh no, actually. Yeah, they have lance and shields. They get +2 power on the charge, which is going to be scary. Really scary. But we can now set up like this, I guess, to prepare it, which is fine. And then also, you can wrap around and come here. Don't think you're going to be able to... Oh, you actually can make that charge, which is crazy. I'm also going to pop my banner to give every unit +1 to its combat. Not only to try and keep these swords alive, but also just win this mortar combat without taking any casualties. And we do. Wow, we actually do it. Mortar crew MVP. Yeah, so this is going to hurt. Yeah, they're power 5, defense 5. So we're saving on 5s. Yeah, and we lost a lot, and they're saving on 3s. We actually draw the combat bow, all because of that +1 banner right there. That is insane that we managed to pull that one off because these guys would have routed. They're only discipline 7. Can I? Oh, I was going to say maybe the captain could have come in to be more effective. Now the halberds are here, it's big. And they also lose their power bonus. So they're only going to be wounding me on 4s now. Rather than 2s or 3s, what they were doing beforehand, which is big. Okay, cool. So let's just sit up here. Gonna just come down to this melee combat. We have no more abilities to fire. I mean, the sword unit is going to be taking a pounding, but... I mean, what more can they do? They got really lucky. They make all their 4-up saves. Because we're flanking bow, we still win the combat. They stick around, which sucks. But again, it's just making them take the test. And then next turn, this turn, we get to bring in the cavalry. The general. He comes in. And then this is going to be really bad. We're already going to be basically have automatically won this combat. The swords hopefully will do some decent damage. Yeah, I mean, they get so many hits. The swords are basically done for. The halberds, again, there we go. And the griffin. So also as well, the amount you win the combat by is that minus their leadership. So because we won it by 11, they automatically fail. So just winning that combat, flanking, you guys can start to see just how important it is. So the next battle is going to be the boss battle. So we probably do want to try our best. Yeah, definitely the skill on these guys just allows them to hit a bit harder. Definitely want to probably heal these guys. Everybody else, we're going to probably take the money. The general, newly recruited units gain an additional level. That's really nice. Like early on, having the ability to recruit more units. But normally, if you don't get this right at the beginning, probably don't want to take it. So we'll just go up to 6 skill. Means we're going to be hitting most stuff on 2s. And then the mortar, we're going to probably take reroll 1. So if we ever roll a 1 to hit on our D3s, we get to reroll it, which is big. Our money is going up. And we get to take on the boss. So this is the boss basically barring us from the next room. And these will get dramatically harder depending on who you're fighting. I think for us, we should be relatively okay. Mainly because we're fighting the undead. And the undead are just kind of slow. They have this 1 unit direwolves and some skeleton knights, which are kind of scary. They don't have great power and they don't have great defense. So this is kind of a good faction for us to fight considering the amount of mortars we have. They make all their saves. Again, crazy roll. What are you going to do, right? When they make 6 3-ups. Can't really help that. Hopefully they fail there. They fail 1. Yeah, so these skeleton warrior riders are probably coming into us this turn. Are they going to make it all the way here, though, to get the +1? I mean, there's no reason not to worry. So we're going to probably bring up these halberds just to kind of block for these direwolves. I'm more than confident the halberds will do fine. Yeah, okay, and that's one of the reasons why we waited, right? They're going to be coming in to attack us. But now, if we move ourselves a little bit forward, we now get +4s to hit them. Rerolling 1s, which is, again, good. We kill way more than the mortars ever did, which is kind of crazy. And then if we want to, we could try and set up a little flank, you know? Like, try and get in their flank and try... Again, this is less important when it comes to fighting undead. Is that good enough? We are out and we are in, yeah. It's less important fighting undead because they don't rout. And again, you can see the undead models looking very cool. And look at the leader as well. That looks super cool. And we'll bring our infantry just a little bit more into the forest if we have to make our way through. But yeah, like I think it's less important against the undead because they just regenerate, right? But it's fine. So we can come in here. They can't countercharge us. We knew that was coming. We can't countercharge them, but we were always winning on 4s anyway with the halberd, so it's fine. And now the mortars and the archers just probably start taking on the skeleton warriors. I mean, it's just all skeleton warriors, but of course we just start unloading. The general unit's gonna be the most important one to kill. And yeah, again, that's what we want to be seeing. We just wiped out so much of them. This mortar also unload, rerolling the 1 as well into a 3 to hit. Oh, brutal. That just got us so many extra kills. Archers firing on 4s now, rerolling 1s, getting an extra hit, which is always good. Again, whittling down this unit. Don't think I want to use my combat banner quite yet. And the Griffin's going to be good because we should be, yeah, are we really only winning them, hitting them on 3s? It's 6 versus 3. You have to be greater than, I guess. Because normally in Warhammer 40k, it's double. I guess it has to be greater than. Greater than double? Or maybe we can only ever hit them on threes. Either way, we make all our hits, which is good. They make most of their saves. And then the Griffin attacks. Unfortunately, Griffin misses all his attacks. But they crumble by 2. So that brings them down. They do now turn to us. This is going to be important. Because we do lose a billion men. And we lose that combat. And we fail our roll. It's fine. No, it's not fine, because then wolves, they can't catch our mortars, thank God. They are very close to being able to continue that charge into the mortars. So chances are they're going to rear charge these guys, yeah. And again, as I said earlier, you don't get attacks if you are attacked in the rear, which is pretty bad. So let's move over to the mortars now. Ideally, we definitely want this unit of whites to be gone. Just the Lord left remaining now. I think the arrows are better suited to kill these guys. Rerolling R1 into a hit. Boom, boom, boom. Again, it's a lot of them, though. And they're not in range to hit us. So we want to move forward here. So we're not in range of that charge. They're going to come here. I think we're pretty much stuck here. I think because we're in the forest, we're not going to be able to escape that. But we should get one more round to wipe out this unit of Skelly Warriors. Is there any way we can escape this? Not that way. We turn all the way around. I mean, it looks like we are, right? But I've done this before. And I think we are. Yeah, we are just out. Okay, good. Sometimes it's so close that you just don't know and then they end up charging you and you're just like, well, I guess I will die. Either way, though, we will go here. Again, them direwolves we'll be able to kill next round. This is an important combat. We miss all of our attacks. Oh, no, we don't. Yeah, we make all of our saves. Still in the combat, so they'll decay again. Only by 1, but it kills another knight, which is fine. This combat, yeah, again, we have nothing we can do. We just have to hope that we're routed, right? Which sucks. And it makes it difficult as well, because when you move to floor 2, which is the next floor, you then also have to worry about you don't regenerate after this battle automatically. No charges for sure. I want to get my range off. Have to kill these direwolves though. Have to. Okay. So, what's best to kill the direwolves with? They're only 1 wound, so I think we have to send 1 unit of mortars to deal with this annoyingly. But they should kill them. Yeah, so the direwolves are dead. Good. Good. They're going to come and chase me. We can actually probably just continue to run away. Start turning to come over here. They're coming in but can't reach me. Alright, next big problem, besides that White Lord, is probably these archers. Oh, sorry, these Skelly Warriors. We kill 3 of them, because they're going to be charging into my artillery. Probably the White Lord, because he has abilities, so we just need 2 wounds to him. We reroll our 1 into a 6, and we do... Wait, he has for 3? Oh my god, he has 3 wounds. Okay, well, hopefully the mortars can kill him then. Doesn't mean he gets a good round of combat against us, though, which kind of sucks. And then everybody else, again, not going to be using the ability. I'm probably going to use the ability next round, because that will be my mortars will be in combat and everything else. We'll probably come and help as well. So here we go. They're actually going to be, flanking that. Do we intercept? I think we have to intercept to keep, because, he's getting double charged. And I didn't want this mortar to then get attacked as well, because remember, we still have these guys to deal with as well. So we'll at least flank charge these guys. This mortar can now turn and start dealing with these Skelly Warriors, which is good. So let's turn for mortar like so and start unloading some shots, rerolling both of them ones into a 5 in total, which is nice. Zombies going down, which is nice. Yeah, and then infantry, I guess, start coming over just for the sake of it. And then, you come over as well. I love the mobility of this Griffin mount as well. We should, we'll have to recharge these guys next turn. And we'll definitely use our banner now, because we want to win these combats, reduce their attacks. If we can kill the white, would be amazing. It's up to the mortar crew to be the MVP. Yeah, big win there. Win by 6. But decay by another 2. So they really don't get many attacks next round. This is going to be scary. Oh my god, yeah. We actually win. Oh my god, we draw, but he dies, right? Does he not die? Is he undying or something? I feel like I've done 3 wounds to him. Maybe he saved it. Either way, we can now come yeeting in on the back, which should save us a lot of problems. Yeah, that should win us. Oh, he now has... No, yeah. How many... Does he just not dying? Unholy Vigor. Maybe that's the ability. I can't come and have a look annoyingly, but it is what it is. Okay, so again, we want to just make sure we're out of the charges, but we obviously also want to make sure that these zombies have gone before we do move our swords, so we can actually see... So we can obviously see the sweet spot we need to be. Because, we're actually pretty fine just being here and waiting another turn. So, again, we'll kill this last Skelly. and make the save back as he tries to attack us. Hopefully my mortar survives. It does, and then the griffin should kill this guy. He does just have 1 wound left, but I feel like he only had 1 wound. He had 2 wounds left, and we did 2 last round, but maybe it was the opposite. Okay, and now it basically makes this battle pretty trivial. We have our griffin rider again kicking some serious ass. The archers just unload on these guys, rerolling 1s into no extra hits. That sucks. They make all their saves as well. These zombies are incredible. Okay, mortars continue to work them down. Hopefully we can just, again, thread the needle with our infantry. They will get to charge my mortars. But what we can do is we can do this. Charge with our captain, get the archers and the mortars to fire down on the skeletons, whipping them down for a round. Maybe these skeleton warriors even go after our swords, which would be great, honestly. And that's all the charges we need. Everything else can just shoot. Yeah, so they actually just turned to fight the sword. So again, there's literally no reason to throw my melees in against these warriors. We're just going to sit back, get that +1 to hit, and start racking up the kills. That should break them. They're already wavering. You can see on the right-hand side, they are already wavering. I'm hoping we get an angle on these guys. No, we can't. Okay, that's fine. I mean, we might as well move them in case they don't break after this. So let's just do something like that. And we can move them next turn if we need to. These archers can come around, hopefully get that plus to hit still. Yeah, +4, rerolling 1s into no extra hits, but that's fine. And we kill another 4 as well, yeah. So as long as as long as our griffin rider kills the last of these guys, we will be fine. Which is only 4 extra hits, right? We already get 2. Then we just need the griffin. Yeah, the griffin to get 2 more would be great. He does get 3 hits. And they, oh my god, they make their saves. They'll decay though from losing the combat, and that should be good. Yeah, nice, cool. I wouldn't be surprised if they do end up breaking. No, sticking around 1 more turn. Fair enough. And with that, another pretty good round of shooting, we were able to clear them up very, very effectively. So I'm happy with that. So yeah, again, these halberds took a lot of casualties, which sucks, but you know, I thought they could kill some walls, but I guess not. I'm gonna take I'm actually gonna take battle hardened here. The extra wound is way nicer on this thing. It's gonna start getting pinned down a lot more, not being able to one-shot stuff until we get better weapons on the captain. So we'll take that. The halberd's also leveled up as well. Combat score is again just so nice. Again, if you mix that like we have already with the war banner on the swords, we'll take the heal on them though. Yeah, but if you can mix that with like the war banner on the swords and stuff, you're all of a sudden getting +2 to combat right off the bat. You end up flanking, it's +4, and you can just win combats very effectively. But that is where we're going to wrap up this video. If you guys want to see the Act 2 playthrough on this, then do let me know by dropping a like down below. It would really help out. The army is looking very cool so far. I love the new sprite models, very cool. If you guys want to see a Dark Elf playthrough as well, do let me know. I'd be more than happy to do a little Dark Elf run. Probably make it all in one video though, rather than splitting it up into 2 like I'm maybe doing with this one. But yeah, let me know. And if you guys enjoy this, drop a like, comment, and I'll see you guys in the next one.